Matthew, and welcome to my channel. My name's Anna. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited today because I'm finally going to actually put the new Oden's Eye Solmane collection on my face. Yeah, let's get started. I'm going to start with the eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. And I'm going to do a look with that. And I think actually what I'm going to do, is sort of a rainbow across. So I think we're gonna do more of like a cool tone on one side, warm on the other. Haven't thought too much about it. You know me, I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. So let's get started. And I'm going to go here. Let's actually zoom in just a bit. Okay, hopefully that works out. I did prime my eyes with my MAC paint pot today and some powder over that. So I am ready to go. And I'm gonna try to use as many colors in here as I can, because that's what I like to do when testing out a new palette or kind of in general. I'm going to use the shade Dream on this Oden's Eye FR2. I put that all the way out toward my brow. I guess we'll do it into my eye as well. Sort of on the outer third, I guess. We will go in a little further. All right, and then going into Soft Cloud. I'm gonna use the same brush, but I'm gonna wipe it off on this like color brush switch thing in between. But I'm blending these into each other anyway, so I don't think that's really gonna matter. All right, so then, yeah, just blending that a bit into that other shade. I'm not so concerned about getting it onto like my lid, sort of under my hood there. Oh, sheesh. But I want to definitely get it like in this area, in my crease and above. I think, wow, that blue almost looks kind of green. It's not really sticking, actually. That's sad. Is it the brush? There we go. I think it's my eye, to be honest with you. I don't know, my skin is not happy. I want to continue to use light colors and I'm running out of them. So I'm going to maybe go to a shimmery situation on the inner half. Let's try that. I'm gonna go into Mercury for the next step of this with a different brush. I'm gonna use this is a rougher 2. And I'm gonna go sort of light-handed with this. Yeah. I think this is gonna be fine. I think we are successful, which is good because I wasn't sure. All right, so with that same brush, I'm gonna wipe it off, but then go into this Starry Sky. And I'm just going to try to apply that sort of all over this center of my face. So the inner portion of my eye. And there's not a lot of color to that. It's more, I think this might be more of a topper, but I'm going to just use it as sort of a brightening shade all the way into the inner corner, kind of far into there. All right, well, it's subtle. It's subtle. Okay. Next, I think using the shade Nebula, that sort of deep indigo color, on a Blend Bunny Cosmetics B3 brush. I'm going to just place that ever so carefully right in the outer corner. Oh, that's pretty. That's pigmented. All right. So now with a Rephr 13 and the shade Galaxy, I'm going to blend that out, but I'm going to stay very close to the center of that. I'm not going to blend it out a lot, for me anyway, because I have rather small eyes. And I like the shape of sort of this going to a point. So I will work on that happening a little bit. I think that works. All right, now I think taking the shade Hallucinations on my pinky, I'm going to do the outer portion of my lid, outer half, and blend it into that deep shade, but not all the way. And for me, I'm gonna go pretty high with that so you can actually see it when my eyes are open. And then going into the shade Deep Space with my next finger and putting that on the sort of center. Ooh, that one's deeper than I was expecting. Maybe it's still okay. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's what I meant to do. Actually, I'm just gonna bring that kind of over that other shade quite a bit and blend those together and bring it all the way. So basically I'm putting this all over my lid. I have to say I'm not quite as blown away with this palette as I have been in the past with some Oden's Eye palettes. They're pretty, but they're not kind of wowing me in the way that I have been wowed in the past. A little more of that purple right in my lash line there. It seems like I kind of missed it. And a little bit more of the bluish purple as well down there. So now I want to take the shade Mercury on a Morphe 213 brush, and I want to really pack that on and put that in my inner corner to get more of a green. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. Okay. Haven't decided what I'm doing with my lower lash line yet because I have the pencils to work with, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do shadow-wise yet. I haven't decided. So I'm going to do the other eye first and then move on to that. Okay, so I have less warm shades to choose from. So, oh, I have the brown. Well, duh. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take now a fluffy brush. This is the Nakia Joy Cosmetics E06 Precision Blend, and I'm going to use it in the shade Solar. And hopefully this isn't going to be too deep, but I am going to use that on the outer, like upper portion right here, like I did on the other side. This is my like edge shade, all the way out past my eyebrow there, and all the way in on basically that third. Hopefully that works out for me. I'm gonna take a different brush. This is a Cliona fluffy brush, and let's see, does it have a number on it? I don't think it does. And basically a fluffy brush. And I'm going to take the shade Sunlight, and we're gonna see. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but we're gonna try to blend that a bit into that shade. Like I said, we're just gonna kind of mix our shimmers and our mattes and see what happens. I'm kind of going for color more than I am texture, as far as consistency. And that is very pretty. Wow, that looks really nice. That's beautiful. Okay, I really like that. Okay, now I think I'll just take that same brush, wipe it off. I'm gonna go into Warm Light. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, take that all the way into the center here. And into my inner, wow, that's vibrant. It's pretty. Huh, okay. That packs a lot of punch, and it's much more orange than yellow, which I was not expecting. And then now I want to take a smaller fluffy brush. So this is just a little tiny fluffy brush from Unicorn Cosmetics. And I'm going to go into the shade Starry Sky. And on the inner portion, just like I did on the other side, I'm gonna cover that macaroni and cheese shade. What's it called? Warm Light. So this is Starry Sky, covering up Warm Light. And this brush is making that very messy. That's okay. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna take that Morphe 213 brush that I used on my inner corner over here, and I'm going to try to get that Starry Sky shade to sort of build up a bit and use it in my inner corner on that side. Let's see how that works. Oh yeah. Yep. Your tools will make a difference. Tell you what. That's pretty. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take the shade Black Hole, and again, just the tiniest kind of little dot of pigment, because I'm gonna blend that out with the shade Eternal. And I am going to use that same brush. That I just used, the Blend Bunny B1, but I'm going to wipe it off first. I'm going to try to get all that excess of the Black Hole shade, which, I don't know, in my mind, it has brown in it. I don't know if that's actually true. I think it actually in this swatch just looked totally kind of charcoal-y. There's a little bit of brown in that. So I'm going to take this shade Eternal. I'm going to blend that out. I'm going to take a little more. I'm not getting much there. So I'm not going to tap it off quite. Well, I guess I didn't at all. So there's that. All right, so into sort of that pointy situation that looks good on my eye, and then bringing that just a little bit in. In fact, I think that's going to need to be my lid shade. Yeah, see, I think that does end up looking very brown. I like. Well, I have to say, I think these are working pretty dang well. I'm a little bit more pleased with this eye than this one. But that could be user, so. All right, now that we've got some depth in the outer corner, I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to go into that same shade, Eternal, and I'm going to apply that on the outer half, blending it into the deep shade, but trying not to totally cover it up. Although I think I might have done that already. I'm gonna get that right into my lash line. All right, taking that same Blend Bunny brush that I was using before, I'm gonna just sort of dip into Black Hole again, tap off that excess, and just pop that up a little bit more since I covered it up a little bit. I think that's fine. All right, now with my next digit, I'm taking the shade. This is a very messy palette. I feel like I'm getting a lot of like kick up and stuff. Going into Sunlight, and I'm going to pop that on the inner half. Sort of blending those two together. Still some of that on that finger, and that on that finger. All right, and then I'm gonna go into my inner corner again with the Morphe M213 into the shade Starry Sky. And I'm gonna put that, just build that up right on the inner portion, the inner corner. So I'm getting some fallout on my face, you can see some of the glitter particles. All right, is this what I want? Is this done? I need a little bit of depth right here. And I'm going to go into the shade Neptune. And I'm going to hope that I don't regret this, but I just want, so I did tap that off. I did tap off quite a bit. I'm gonna just try to deepen that up. Oh yeah, that works. I'm just a little scared. I'm gonna wipe that off actually a little bit and then go back in, because that definitely gave me some of the depth that I want, but I hope I didn't like undo the bright blue. And let's see, you know, I don't think I've used the shade Meteor yet, so using a rougher 28, I'm gonna see if I can make that look nice on my brow bone here, just to give it a little sparkle. I don't want to go in too heavy-handed because I don't necessarily want a lot of color there, but I don't think this has a lot of color payoff. I think it's more just like a shimmery shade. Yeah. Okay. Gonna wipe off that brush. Go back into Starry Sky on the other side. Kind of denser brush and go into my brow bone there. It's already pretty shiny, so okay. All right, so yeah, I think I'm liking that a little better. It's a little messy again. I think that's kind of user. And once I get lashes on, I think, or mascara on, I think this is gonna come together nicely. All right, so now with my teeniest, tiniest pencil brush, my Rephr 23, I'm going to mirror sort of the top with the shimmery shades on my lower lash line. And first I'm going to Eternal, and I'm just gonna bring that about 1/3 of the way. Get it into that corner. Wipe that off real good, because I need like 6 of these, because sometimes I like to do this on my lower lash line and it's a little dangerous. All right, and then going into Sunlight for sort of the center bit. And then into Starry Sky. All right, so yeah, I want more color out of this. I want a yellow in this palette. I'm missing a yellow because I want it to be a rainbow, but that's not the palette, and that's okay. But yeah, if I had one like color request for this, I would want a less orangey yellow, more pure yellow. Okay, so then on the other side, we'll go into Hallucinations on the very outer third. And then Deep Space for the center. Try not to, can't see the mirror. Okay. And then for the very inner corner, I mean the inner third, also the inner corner, but it's the same shade that's on the inner corner. I'm going to use Mercury. So wrapping that around. It's messy. I'm messy. All right. And I was thinking I could use my little mirror, my Oden's Eye mirror, but I can't really use it on camera because there's a mirror on the back. So I'm gonna have to figure out whether I can use that on camera or not. It may not happen. Anyways, okay, going into the pencils here, I'm going into the shade Orange. And I'm going to put that on the outer third. Okay, that hurts a little. It's not very gentle. Okay, I guess it's not that bad. I haven't worn eyeliner in a really long time. Okay. Next, where did that lid go? It's a mess over here, y'all. Well, here's my sort of more pure yellow. This is called Lemon. And I'm going to put that in the center. Oh, is that showing up? I can't really tell with that one. I don't know that that one's showing up so well. All right, and then I'm actually going to use the white because I don't know. I need like a red or a deeper, never mind. And then I'll put this just in the very corner. want to see if I can actually make this show up a little better. Well, I am not impressed with the yellow or the white. So far, that orange worked. So I don't know. And then on the other side, I want to take the shade 4 Mint. I'm gonna put that on the inside here. Okay, that one's showing up better. Okay, we gotta go blue to purple now because that's a deeper shade. Okay, so now I'm going into, this one is Sky Blue. And I don't think it's showing up very well. I'm gonna like color that on. It goes really well on my hand. That is not showing up particularly well on my lower lash line. Okay. Now going into lavender. I wonder if these would be better as like liners and just not I guess this one's okay in the waterline. I mostly use these gel liners in my waterline, so for me, I am a little disappointed that it's not, you know, great, but I had seen a review that they weren't very good, and I was trying not to pay attention to that, but, you know, I did hear it, or saw it, or whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to take this black, and I'm going to just fill in my lash line on the top. Well, I'll go into the waterline on the top, or the tight line. You know, it's interesting. These are scratchier than I think most of my, I don't think that it's because it's been a while. I think these are just kind of scratchy. Yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable. Well, maybe we skip the waterline for that, because yeah, that's kind of hurting. And I'm gonna see if I can get this to like lay down in my lashes. Ooh, this is really hard to do with one hand. I kind of made a mess there. Shoot, it's okay. So basically, I'm just trying to like color in. I have like the few rows of lashes, and so I always try to color that in with a deeper shade of eye pencil, because otherwise you can see just like a layer of skin there. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird. So trying to deepen that up. I think that worked okay. All right, let's try the other side. I guess I did sort of get it in my water. Okay, it's a little better once it's been used a bit. Yeah, okay, that's not quite as uncomfortable. Yeah, it's working okay. I would say these are like fine. I don't think they're as good as the ColourPop cream gel liners. I mean, there are issues with those too, don't get me wrong, but generally speaking, I do like those. All right, that worked fine. It's not my favorite black liner, and it's not terrible. So, like, I like this better than I liked the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, the brown, very brown one. I was so disappointed with that. All right, I'm gonna just put on some mascara really quick, and then we'll put on we'll play with the Moonlight Feel Highlighters and the blushers. So I've only got my bottom lashes done, but I wanted to show you something that I noticed. So I had colored this on my hand, and like I can rub on that like pretty hard, and it's not smudging too much, which is interesting. So, has some like staying power if you can get it on. I think maybe the waterline wasn't quite the right thing. Anyways, all right. Okay, I'm back. And I like the way this eye looks. I think I'm trying to decide whether, I think this is user error. I think I don't know. I felt like I couldn't quite get this section to have like pigment on it. But maybe I just didn't choose the right color. I'm not sure. I can't decide, and I don't love it. But this side's pretty. I think overall it worked pretty well. Anyways, let's move on to the face products. So maybe I could get like 2 blushes and 3 highlighters on my face. Okay, I'm gonna use this pink one right in the front because I think that's gonna be the most flattering. And this is called Sunset Clouds. I'm just gonna kind of lightly, oh yeah, that's a pretty color. It's much brighter on my face than it is in the pan, I think. Maybe not. I mean, it's just the way that my face is. You know, I also did not put powder on my face today because this foundation doesn't seem to like powder very much because it's a little dry. And I will link everything that I have on my face today in the description box. Okay, well, that just ended up on my whole cheek. Wow, that's bright. That is really bright. Well, it's a pretty color. It's just brighter than I was expecting. Yeah, maybe I can use this Peach Gleam sort of on the back of my cheeks. Like way back here. Oh, that's dark. Deep dark. I have regrets. These are very deep, which is awesome because I think some of their other blushes were, I mean, it's maybe not so awesome for like my kind of super pale light skin, but I'm guessing that this means that this will be better for more diverse skin tone range. Although I think some of their past blushes have been a bit deeper, but these seem to be much more pigmented. So hopefully that works out for a lot of skin tones. Yeah. Just very blushed, and I mean, I look sun-kissed, which I think is sort of the point of this. It looks a little funny with this eye, but I think maybe when we get some highlighter on there, that'll help. But first, I think I want to take one more of these, the Roseate Love, one of the like shinier ones. And I'm going to take a highlighter brush for this, and I'm going to sort of use that as kind of a blush topper, I guess. Do I do it over all of it? Yeah, like why not? Well, we'll put it kind of back here. Well, okay, we're kind of using that as a highlighter. Let's just do it. All right. I can't quite, oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty. I think this feels much more like a highlighter than a blush so far. I don't know if these have a lot of that shimmer like all throughout, or if it was just kind of a topper. So that is sort of to be tested in the future. All right, so let's move to a Moon Feel highlighter. I really think I'm gonna try to do like a whole kind of rainbow thing with them, because why not? Oh, that's looking pretty. All right, all right. It's intense, but it's pretty. I'm gonna put these in what I view as sort of a rainbow order here in front of me, and I'm just gonna make a rainbow on my face, on my cheekbones. We're gonna just see what happens. Or maybe I should put it like on my brow bone all the way down here. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, so we'll start. I think we'll start on my cheek. All right, so starting with the shade Rose Sky. We're gonna put that right there. Oh yeah, okay, that's showing up. All right, I guess we'll do both sides at the same time. That's very intense. Definitely showing texture. So it's one of those blingy bling. All right, now for the next shade. Put that next to it. I'm really not sure how fruitful this is gonna all end up being, but it's fun. All right, so get this even further back. I don't know that I can tell a lot of difference between the first two. I could kind of tell some difference. These two, I'm not quite sure. Okay, and then going into the sort of deeper ones, and my hair does sort of cover. Okay, how am I gonna do this? A hair clip would have been good, but no. Nope, too hard. Oh yeah, I can see the difference now between that and the last one. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that definitely has like a cooler tone to it. It's very moon. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I can see it in the mirror. I wonder if I can get it to show. Yeah, that's neat. It does kind of do like this like rainbowy arc to it. I like that. It's fun. All right, and then this last one. Oh, I have not been showing you which ones I've been using. I will do that in a second. Okay. So then just right above my brow. That side. And then I didn't even dip back in. Okay, so I think you can totally see that like rainbow of highlight on my face, and that is very fun. I have fringe, so you know, I'm not gonna see it a lot, but if I put my hair back, that is rather enjoyable. Looking frazzled here. Okay. All right. So what I did in order was Rose Sky. And then the next one was Warm Sunshine. Next one was Pink Star. Kind of here. it's a little hard to see, but just so you know the order I did them in. And then Moon Talk, kind of starting the green there. And then Azura Shine up here. And Lavender Dream, sort of at the very top. So that's what I did, folks. I could probably kind of do that down my nose too if I wanted to. Like in a really subtle way. You know what? Let's just try it, why not? Okay, this is a super fluffy little Rougher 14. I'm just gonna do that same like sequence with the pink down here. Very lightly. I tried to do it very subtle, so anyway. Okay, well, I have a bunch of beautiful looking highlighters in front of me, and they're making me very happy. I wish I had a camera to take a picture, but I don't. Maybe I'll take one at the end of this. Okay. Yeah, what is in front of me is a total disaster. I might try to take a picture and like pop it up there. A little special treat for you. All right, well, I'm gonna sign off. I really like this collection. I think it's very fun. It speaks to this like magical little girl part of my heart that is very alive and well. And this just really like, it feels magical. As far as how well it works and everything, I don't know. These are, you know, kind of so-so. They worked okay, some of them. I like the ColourPop cream gel liners better, and they're the same price or cheaper. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know that I recommend those really. These highlighter, moonlighter, let's see, what are they called? They're called Solmane Moonlight Feel Highlighter. These are fun. These definitely have some color to them. I think, you know, I think they're pretty. And I do think that, you know, the different shades, I would say maybe instead of getting, you know, all 6 of them, maybe getting sort of one of the warmer toned ones, or maybe like the pink, one of the kind of orangey ones, and then maybe one of the cooler toned ones would be all you would need. Yeah, I think the blushes are very pigmented, at least the ones that I used, which if you like pigmented blushes, they're definitely for you. If you don't, I would not recommend them because they definitely pack a lot of punch. And like I said, maybe for a deeper skin tone, and I couldn't tell you, I don't know. And I haven't watched any reviews. I try not to watch reviews until after I've done, my review. What else is there? There's the eyeshadow palette. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, so I think this is pretty. It's not my favorite rainbow palette that I have. I think probably you could get, I think this might be sort of nice and maybe kind of beginner friendly now that I'm thinking about it. Just because it sort of tells you, you know, it's like, oh, this could be a look. And like the center row could make a nice look. Like it shows you, it's really laid out well. But I honestly don't think that this is like, wow, super, super special. And I hate saying that because it's Oden's and it's beautiful. But even, you know, the shimmers on this one didn't wow me like some of the others have in the past. So I'm not disappointed. But would I recommend this? If you really like it, if you really like the color story, it's good. It's not like, whoa, oh my gosh, like instantly going up to my favorites, like top, you know, because I love Oden's so much. It's sort of, I like all of it, but this is definitely not my favorite one from them. Unfortunately, my favorite palettes from them are discontinued and not sold anymore, but I really like the Halo palette as well, and I think that that one is still available. I would say this is probably somewhat on par with the Nars palette, although Nars had a couple maybe more special like sparkly shades. I don't know. I'm kind of so-so on this. I like it. I'm not like, whoa, but I am repeating myself. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my subscribers. You're the best. If you are not a subscriber, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. And if you did enjoy the video, I'd love it if you'd hit that thumbs up button. Anyways, again, thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
I fell in love with the first time I looked